For once, the phone company didn't fuck me. Make sure none of these numbers are visible or anything. Oh, shit! Oh, I see it. I was just looking for something to put these in, like to store them, because I gotta save them. But now, I'm Mr. Cops are gonna think I'm a drug dealer, because I have 5 goddamn cell phone lines. That is redonkulous. But I was all in preparation to buy a used phone. Dropping a $1,000 phone in the river pissed me off. Like, it was because the cops wouldn't come down here. They can only use their key and get in the gate and come down here when Nazi pedophiles report that someone's speaking freely, but they can't do it when I call to make a report. Someone said they're going to burn this faggot alive. So I went out there to unzip the thingy, and I bumped my hand holding the phone and in the dark and shit, and knocked it off. It fell right in the crack between the boat and the dock. I even bought a fishing magnet trying to get it out, and I couldn't. Like, I thought it was going to be easy because it's a real, like, fishing magnet. Like, this thing is strong, and it's in a magnetic case. That case I bought from Romana. Because not only did I buy her a $1,000 phone, I got her a case for it, I got her a screen protector, and I got her a vent mount for her car so she could have navigation properly, because she's fucking crazy bad, like dangerous driver, but she drives really slow. So, yeah. So right now, I went to the company. I went and I was about ready to buy another phone so I could recover my numbers from the other lines. But the other lines are locked. Well, actually, the one on Drops in the River isn't locked, but I know where it is. No one's got it. It's gone. I swear I almost went in after it. I mean, almost to the point that I got the anchor out and depth sound prodded it. There's a term for that. I forget what it is, but I got the depth of the water and laid out the line on the dock and stepped it off my foot. I'm like, all right, it's 11 feet. I can do that. I stripped down to my boxers and shit. I'm fucking about through there. And the security actually talked to me, the cool one, the one that likes me. And he brought up the water rating. And I was like, oh yeah, I could, and I went and looked up. It's IP68. And that means 1.5 meters for about 5 feet for 30 minutes. It had been an hour and it was 11 feet down. And I was like, so I went to the cell phone company and was talking to them about what promotions I can get, and I fucked up on, I could have gotten a new phone promotion on my other line. I still might do that, but they gave me SIM cards for free for the 2 phones, one the cops have, which is the big one, and my personal phone, and those are linked to all my security shit. And I've just gotten in the habit, just started switching them, and it works live. I don't have to shut the phone off. I don't have to reset. It only takes like literally 2 minutes. I'm shocked. When I switched Romana's phone, it took all night, like 9 hours, and she was bitching and moaning the whole time. Like, look, I can't hurry it up. But that was going from one company, from Spectrum to T-Mobile, and Spectrum was being a bitch about, or actually the reverse of that. But they were being a bitch about. The T-Mobile was being a bitch about giving up the number. Like, sorry, but I'm not causing that. And this worked. Well, it's the same company, though. Actually, the same account. Multiple numbers of the same account. So that might have something to do with it. But I could just switch. I even got a free SIM card tool, and I asked, like, can I keep this? Or I'm going to take this? And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. So for once, the cell phone company didn't rape me. Because I was all about ready. I was looking at the folds and shit. I was all about ready. Like, go big or go home. They can put insurance on it. By the way, the new phone, the super phone, did I even vlog about that yet? That's an S25 Ultra. Yes, it's the Ultra. I don't even use the pen that much, but I do like it when I need it. And I'm always telling myself to do more. I was in the line at the DPSS the other day. I was in there fucking messing with it. But yeah, and it's the 512 version too, and it's in a custom color, meaning I had to fucking order it. Like, it wasn't automatic. And I left it on playing video all night, and it killed the battery. But I was so impressed. This one's insured, and the Ultra that got stolen lasted 3 years, no problems. And I particularly liked it. Like, it worked well. It's not quite as smooth as the OnePlus, but with the cameras and stuff, Samsung is the best, blah blah blah, except maybe the Chinese companies, Xiaomi, and but we don't have access to that in America. So I know you can jump through hoops and kind of make it happen, but I don't really want to do that. But this is fucking Nano, it's called. Oh, so it fits in either one too. That's clever. But this is complicated, and I just dropped it and flipped out a minute ago. I've got to find a way. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I have to find a way. Oh, I got to get this cord too. I forgot about that. I keep forgetting. I got to give that my full attention, but I'm going to find a way to store those. And I can switch back and forth between my 3 numbers now. So also that means the number everyone, my current business and stuff, like what's going on with real time and what's going on, those messages aren't coming to me. So like I'm interacting with the phone I haven't interacted with in a month. Like, it's hard to explain, but oh, by the way, while we were talking, I downloaded the entirety of StarCraft 2. I did a clean install, and I just downloaded it. In that time we were talking, I watched it get over 100 megabit download and an actual transfer speed. That's different than your capability on the system. Like, that was crazy fast, but it's brand new. And what's going to happen here in the long run? I got robbed, yeah, and it fucked me off. I lost a lot of money. I lost my backpack, the Coach purse, which, by the way, I ordered a Coach wallet, and it's in the mail. Like, it'll be here in a couple of days. I want to be a dick about that, but I got compliments on it, and my idea worked. People notice the wallet when you pull it out, and it's real, brand name. So that's going to just be my only designer thing ever, and people will maybe judge me as a higher class because of it. Anyway, brain fart. What I was going to say? Yeah, I lost a lot, but the phone situation was getting weird. I had 3 lines, and the deal was buy 2, get 1 free. You can't cancel, or you can cancel, but it costs nothing to have the 3rd line. But it was superfluous. I didn't need it. I even experimented with trying to ask people, can I pimp a line out to you? Like $30 a month, you get $60 service, and I don't even give a like. If you don't pay me, it doesn't matter because I have to pay it anyway. Like, you know, I was going to try to get some money out of it, and I really started thinking about doing it with 5 lines. But the way it works now is my new setup is buy 1, get a line, and I lost the promotional deal on the 2nd line, and I'm pissed about that. But I may call customer service and fucking try to get them to put it on. It was only a couple of weeks. Like, it's supposed to be 2 weeks, and I'm on the 3rd week. And I was like, look, I got robbed. I had to get my shit straightened out. I get my money straightened out. But one or the other, I'm just going to go the buy 1, get 1 free line. So in the end, it's going to be buy 1 line. And they said this thing will work mobile if I go RV, and this is 55. So it's going to be like 60 something or maybe 70 and 55. That's 125 for home internet, 2 phones, unlimited. That'll save me roughly $140 per month over the triple setup line. And home internet, both together, and insurance and all that. But that is such an advanced amount in about a year, 14 to 15 months in that range. I will have saved enough money from this phone switch up to pay for getting the Coach purse and the 900 cash and the weed and headphones and maybe 15, 16 months. But I'm dead serious. In the long run, rich people have it so fucking easy. Rich people with good credit have it so fucking easy. I'm going to save over $100 a month. And eventually that switch up, which I likely would have never done, I would have just changed numbers and kept the 3 lines. It's going to work out. Buy 1, get 1 free, or buy 2, get 1 free, that extra line, and some other fluffing fees that they always show in there. Oh, the watch. I gotta fucking switch the watch over. In fact, I should be wearing it right now. I was trying to get into the activity tracker and shit. Of course, it's knocked over in the corner. Oh my god. Oh, it's doing so good too. Well, fuck me. What'd I do with it? Okay. Tell me I fucking lost the watch. No, I put it on the charger when I got home. Anyway. I've been really disciplined with my money, and while I did get fucked off and robbed, I wasn't spending a lot. I got robbed. Like, I only spent a small amount. We all discussed that me having some interpersonal relationships. Got a woman back in November when I got here, and saw her a couple more times. Flat out, man, that was $60, and then she tipped me. I swear it. She gave me half my money's worth back, without me asking, without me pressuring. Without me. She's a sweetie. I like her. And for all the haters, it's a 54-year-old woman. I was shocked at how old she was. I was flabbergasted. Like, just lie. Fucking jeez. I say I'm 34. Like, what? But who could possibly complain about me having an affair with a 54-year-old woman? She's a cougar. Right? And I have some shocking things that I like about her. She's an intelligent one. She also is schizo, but and she's a freak too, of course. Yeah, but no, I mean, dead serious. Like, she is interested in science stuff. And another thing, the people that I got robbed when I went over to find her, and the people at her homeless camp, I started hanging out with them for a minute. That's the trannies and doing the makeup thing. I don't know if I covered that in a vlog yet, but they introduced me to makeup, and it works. And I was shocked because my mother used to bully me about my busted, pimply face. That's something I'm actually pretty sensitive about. I'm dead serious. My mother used to bully me both for having acne and picking at it, which I have a habit of doing. So that will be fucked up because I've always held that trump card in my back pocket. I don't pay attention. I don't work on good camera angles. I don't fucking make myself look flattering. I don't try to present myself as an attractive person. If I clean up and work on that just a little bit, it'll just magnificently change my situation. It'll be crazy. Like, wow, he looks better. And I did lose 20 pounds. So the over 300 thing fucked my head. Like, no. I am back at like 290. I've been doing the gym a little bit too. But even when I got fucked at my worst, in a year and a half, it's going to sort itself out. And I also am taking the opportunity with this. When I complete these procedures and get all my shit changed over to the new numbers, I need a burner phone for the cops. I need to get a burner phone just to call 911. And you don't have to have service on a phone to call 911. And it'd be a permanent excuse on why you only call 911. And I only call 911 because you have to give your number to the non-emergency line. 911 has call ID. And I don't want interruptions in my video. I don't want gaps where stalkers can edit. Like, if I want a good way to check my videos for edits are there edits? Is there a jump cut? That's an edit. Stalkers did that. I like contiguous, second for second, frame for frame. No edits whatsoever. But when I complete the process of porting all my info to my new numbers, I will cancel the 3 lines. And by the way, because of the way the stalkers are, no, I'm going to protect the new numbers. I need a non-connected account. I need a I'm going to go back and get a fucking Metro PCS phone and get something cheap. Like, no, I just said I don't need a service to do 911. I just need a burner phone. Because when I call the cops, that'll expose my number. I need to make sure I have a non-related number. Oh, life is complicated. But the stalkers take all of my fucking time. Why? Did I launch it? Anyway, this is just fucking ridiculous how much shit I've been through. But the stalkers take all of my time, and it's clear I work hard, I'm creative, I'm intelligent, I'm strong-ish, and used to be. Back when I got hit by the cars and shit in my life. The depression is fucking hitting hard though. Oh, and I got they fucked up my prescription at the hospital. Get this, that I double checked with them and they saw they had it right, but they sent in the wrong prescription and cut my antidepressants in half. It's supposed to be 2 a day. I'm on 200 milligrams of Zoloft. That means I'm going to run out in 14 days. And I better fucking ration. Everyone, the cops love running your mouth. Take your meds, take your meds, take your meds. Well, the police is... I gotta go back to the fucking hospital over that. Jeez, life's complicated. If it wasn't for these fucking stalkers, I would be fine. Oh, I'm dead serious. As much as I do, if the stalkers left me alone, the time I invest in the energy and mental capacity I invest in them would have easily allowed me to be successful. Of course, I was successful. I had big channels. I was making money. I was making at one point $2,000 per month in AdSense revenue. Plus, I was getting more donations and stuff with the 10 times the viewership I had now. Right now, it's $4.04 a month. I mean, it's a $5 donation. Patreon takes their cut, but that's it. $4 a month is my operating budget, and that's a dude that, you know, has watched me suffer and is helping. And he offered me money, like to wire me money one time when I was bitching about getting run off by the cops when I was flying a sign. And I was like, look, dude, you don't gotta wire me money. I'm a master. I'll go somewhere else and figure it out. I can get a cheeseburger. Like, I ain't gonna starve today. And I was like, but hey, if you really want to help long term, like my Patreon keeps getting locked out and stuff because I have no subscribers, hit it and then it won't get locked and shit because I'll have one. And he did. And it's been a year, and two, $4 is $4. So thank you. That's $24, or no, it should be $48 and cents, and 48. Huh? See, that's something, and it keeps the Patreon on in case I ever have a surge of popularity and get a few more subscribers. Okay, what do I need to do now? Right now, pop the ADHD med. Fuck, I'm doing that right now. Yeah, I know it's messy as fuck in here too. That's one of the big things with me and depression. I just can't fucking deal. Like, I'm suicidal, dude. People don't understand what it's like to go 20 years homeless, and you get in a government apartment, and you get evicted in 2 months because of the stalkers. And then get a roommate situation, the stalker's harassment fucks it up. Get another roommate situation, the stalker's harassment fucks it up. Oh, yeah. And I do not have Adderall right now. The hospital, this is becoming reliable. They don't like giving Adderall. Although I did get one Hemet, that hospital did let me have Adderall. They even gave me such a big prescription I couldn't fill it with my insurance, and that caused a problem. But they really shouldn't worry about it anymore because meth is so cheap. If you want to tweak, you can tweak. Like, I don't need fucking Adderall for that. But I really do have ADHD, but this amoxicillin, which is the brand name for Strattera, is non-narcotic, and it does help. Like, it has a notable impact on me. The only reason I moved on to Adderall is the government psychiatrist I was seeing, the woman doctor at Telecare back in Orange County. She said it was better. Everyone, the reviews said it was better. The people that originally recommended it, when I was on a 5250 back in Harbor UCLA Hospital in South Bay, LA, they had me take this long, like 300 question exam thing, and then they said that ADHD meds would be extremely beneficial for me. Like, it does help for me to have the ADHD meds. And while Adderall is better, whatever this one's doing, I'm not chemically as familiar with it. It does work. See, Strattera. And it reminds me, in school, I didn't have anything. I wasn't allowed to have, except for this long story. One day in 5th grade, I took some pill, some blue pill, and it knocked me to sleep. And I wouldn't take it anymore. I stood up to my father and threw it off the porch. And there was a whole fucking thing. But I don't know what it was, and they didn't discuss meds with me. But that was one of the worst years I had because I kept getting in trouble. And when I talk about getting punished for screaming like a bitch when being beat, that's the year, well, it happened a lot, but that's what I'm talking about. Like, my disruptions were the sound of fists hitting my face. I fucking lived in terror. I didn't do anything but read books. I had nothing but read books. I looked down and focused so much on the book because I get interested in it that people walk up and punch me in the face because I wasn't paying attention. But it's hard for me to get my attention locked into something. So, and that caused backfire issues. Get this. 1 year back, 4th grade, I read every book in the classroom because I get bored as fuck. And I had read this book about, I remember vaguely what it was about. There was a general, some of the pictures and shit. It was about a little boy going sledding and a white snowy scene. And we did snow sledding back east. Like that was a thing for me. And I remember the wording of the story, and we were all supposed to write book reports, or not book reports, but write creative writing. We were supposed to do creative writing. And Whitney Brainerd got up there and started her speech. And I mentally was like, da 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 da. I've read that, and looked around physically, like while she's still speaking. I look around the room, got up, went over to a bookshelf, didn't say anything, got the book, went, sat down, opened it, found the exact page where she was reading from, and then I was dumb enough like not to understand what I was doing though. I just told her, what you're saying is what's from in this book here. You copied this. Like she plagiarized it, and I outed her on accident. And then she hated me with a passion, but never said anything, not a word to me ever again. No one fucking did anybody bully me anyway, but she was one of the good kids and a super smart, one of the best students in the class, and a goody two shoes. And I accidentally put her on Front Street for fucking plagiarizing. But I didn't understand what I was doing. I just thought it was funny, like, oh, I remember where you got that. It was in this book over here, like that. So and she was in her little group of the super smart kids, the 3 smart kids in the fucking school. She was part of that group, and so they didn't like me extra. Like, no one liked me, but there was different levels of hatred. But in the background, the little long distance track runner, all A student, Whitney Brainerd, she fucking hated me for outing her, and I didn't get what I was doing when I did it. I swear it. I wasn't being mean. I just thought somebody like, I found out what you did. You copied it from here. And I, of course, did plagiarize something a year later in 5th grade, but I'm proud of what I plagiarized. My school assignment was to do a report on some, like, an American organization of social prominence. I forget the exact wording. But my father told me I should do the Ku Klux Klan. And I decided to cut and paste some shit. And, yeah. So, do you have a problem, Lou and crew, that I took the short way out when I was doing my research on the Ku Klux Klan? Like, I was like, fuck this, I got a book to read. Yeah, I'm not joking. Man. Why? Oh, here's a good one. I was thinking about how Chris was, I asked him a poignant question in court. I asked him whether or not he had seen me make a complaint tonight. He talked about me calling 911 and saying, oh, he says he's getting threatened, then they're going to burn him and all this. And I asked him in my brief 2 minutes I got for cross, did you see any videos where I would get a threat and then without cutting video in a contiguous take, or continuous, I don't know what word it is, without stopping the video, call the police and report it, or even in some cases with the stalker still on the line, and he said no, he had not heard me receive any threats. He said it in general, like he had not seen anything where anyone's ever threatened me. And remember, we got one 911 call where a dude says he's going to burn the boat, and he texted me from his real phone number, and on the phone with 911, I call him back, and he picks up and admits that he said it. And when the 911 operator chose to hang up, she hung up. The operator hung up the phone after hearing there's been an accusation of a death threat. The party picked up. Oh, I heard the party confirmed that the death threat was made. And it's a violent one too, of burning the faggot. Chris said he didn't hear me get any threats ever. So what's happening is he's looking at shit that people send him, but he's not looking at all my shit like this. He probably will never get down to this in a vlog. And that also means he's probably never seen anything else. Like he's heard the stalker say that I raped a 12-year-old girl and that's why my parents disowned me. But he hasn't seen the 5-hour interview I did with a phone voice chat with her where it turns out we're the same age. We never hooked up till we were both 18. She's black, I'm white, and that's why, because Aaron's a white supremacist. And so, I mean, it's Kentucky, fucking they all are. So he's not watching the whole bit of it. And of course, I have no control over shit like the Coltonwood vlogs. Oh, the depression, man. Like, I'm doing that thing I did the other. This is a new sensation I fucking had. I did this recently, but I'm just doing it right now again, too. Like, I really don't want to quit making the vlog and get back to it. Because when I finish here, what I'm doing is going back to dealing with the bullshit of the stalkers and working on security upgrades. Fucking, just dealing with bullshit. Like, people trying to make my life worse for no reason. One thing I will say, I believe this constant noise makes my PTSD a little bit twitchy because sometimes it fucks with my head. If I do end up in a camper out in the deep wilderness, like go on a camping expedition, a little solitude with nature and the bunny rabbits, that wouldn't be terrible. I don't want to go back to the reality of life. But I have to. And also, before I knock these off, like right now, I must find a way to organize. And also, I tried to write on the front of it. I can't write on it. I do not besides putting it in a package and labeling that package, like origamiing some paper. That actually might be a good idea. But That's at least convenient, and that will allow me to wrap it up real quick. Like this month, I'm going to knock out the phone conversions, and then at least the stalkers won't be able to fucking call me night and day. But damn it, I'll still fucking need. I have two choices. I could keep the number, maybe port it somewhere, like send it to Metro PCS and keep the 9029. And I have my business cards are queued to it, and I've disseminated a few thousand of these and a bunch of shit. And I'm gonna fix the electronic shit. I'm working on that now. But also those few. What about someone from a long time ago? What if someone, like some housewife, like I'm flying a sign at a grocery store. Girl goes out, picks up the card for me when she gives me a little change at the corner. And, give her my little speech. I'll do day labor for people. I'll help you out. I know about YouTube stuff and about crypto, whatever we're talking about. And she needs some help with something and knows I need money and want to work, calls me, and that shit happens. That's the point, disseminating thousands of cards. Although I did want to kind of add something about that. About I can do work for you with labor. I can help you make your own YouTube. I know various electronic stuff. Like I'm not quite a handyman, but I'm not an idiot. And if I upgrade the business cards, then I guess it would justify sacrificing all the ones that have come before and starting over. But I don't know for now. And I worked on this. There's been generations. I compiled an email. Hold on. I'm going to try to pull that up right now. Never mind. Oh, look at this. This is the one from. I have to read this out loud. Like, fucking, hold on. This is your last chance to be respectful and deal with me like a normal human being. After I've got video of the Stockton police saying that, quote, "I'm going to burn your boat tonight," end quote. It's perfectly acceptable freedom of speech. For my own safety, I need to focus people on this discrepancy. And you might as well be the poor bastard that has to be on the other side of it. I use voice dictation for this shit. People aren't worth my fucking time poking at it. That was a typo. But I read it as it is, of course. The police clearly said the things they are saying to me is freedom of speech. So I'm simply going to say them to you. Actually, I'm going to cut and paste the messages so it's not me saying it. It is forwarding it. And I believe I will add nothing to those communications to ensure comparability. Since you haven't physically met me yet, I must warn you that I'm a fucking giant. One thing I don't tolerate among humanity is stupidity. You got manipulated by bad people. Admit your mistake and apologize. You disrespected me based on strangers calling you and telling you lies about me. Actually, it just occurred to me to ask if you work for a company that has leadership over you, because that is so stupid they might just get rid of you. Do you know how dangerous I am? What the fuck do you expect to happen? They are telling me daily they're going to burn me alive and drove right by me here. I caught it on camera by miracle of coincidence. I was recording when it happened. I am desperate man I am a desperate, dangerous man. I spoke wrong, but it was written correctly. Fighting for my survival. You're a dumbass that got played. I will also make it a point to circulate around your community and tell everyone how you're endangering them with your stupidity. I'll also be filming you to show the world what a dumbass looks like. At that point, people don't like you will dox you, and I will know where you and your family live. Soon after, the rest of the world will too. I'm curious as to what you look like. I want to take stock of a man that will attack another based on information he received and didn't verify. Also, what did you expect to happen? You're participating in torture. Karma's a bitch, isn't it? I never did anything wrong. You're a dumbass and it's causing me an issue. Frankly, I don't have the breath to explain to you. You're too slow. Step aside. But even though I've never met you, I know you are right-wing, voted for Trump, and stupid enough to believe in the Bible. You see, when you get all butthurt, no, I read it exactly right, and say you're protecting your kids from the impending disaster, I laugh. The people that bought me left me to fight for myself. I was also forced to train with my father. I must be very careful not to defend myself when he was beating me. Your kind teaches children that my kind must be killed for existing. Any collateral damage in this war is perfectly acceptable. I should fucking put on that is a perfect... I spilled the beer on his keyboard. Here's a nice white dude.
know that might sound kind of like
Pac-Man.
outdated homophobia.
Pac-Man is
Now
FCC
homophobia
compliant.
is usually far more nuanced. It's more like, oh, it's not natural, and here's a study filled with just kill.
The Bible actually says, and by the way, turn to Leviticus 20:13, because I actually discovered the cure for AIDS, okay? Now, this is the cure for AIDS, okay? And, you know, everybody's talking about, let's have an AIDS-free world by 2020, or let's have an AIDS-free... Look, we could have an AIDS-free world by Christmas. You know, or okay, it wouldn't be totally AIDS-free, but we'd be like 90-some% AIDS-free by Christmas if we would follow this. Okay,
we are 99.9%, you dumbass.
Lie with mankind as he lieth with the woman. Okay, it says, even both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. And that, my friend, is the cure for AIDS. It was right there in the Bible all along. And they're out spending billions of dollars in research and testing.
Well, I was hoping for a little more of screaming, you know, kill him, bang it, blah, 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 blah. But frankly, that shit gets pulled down. So they're still there. There's still congregation people hearing it, but it's hard for me just to pull up something. I bet if I didn't go use YouTube, if I searched on the open internet, but that's going to get into some, people get mad at me for bringing violence into this. No. You all told me you were going to burn me alive for being a faggot. It's on, like Donkey Kong. You will squawk and scream to the police who don't care and draw further attention to the issue which could very well save my life. Your inconvenience is simply a bonus pleasure. I'm an asshole, dude. But imagine a jury seeing this shit. Imagine a jury reading this. Like he's a dick. did I leave that running? Jesus Christ. Oh, now I either have to edit or... Fuck. Oh, well, the phone can edit. Whatever, I'll let it do it. Oh, this means I have to split out, make an ending. Oh. Huh. Actually, you know what? Who cares? The stalkers have to watch every second. It'll take some of their day, and that's less time they'll have for abusing their victims. Fuck it. Who cares? Selling the fucking... How did I do that? I'm physically alone, but I'm talking to you guys. It's kind of a weird, disassociative situation. The email thing. Yeah, okay. We should finish that. I got most of the way through it. My threats were to gather up by large piles of children. That's the voice dictation. I ain't fucking up that. And burn them alive in front of their parents, who will be left to watch the display boards. Again, the voice dictation thing, I'm not sure exactly what. And I bragged earlier about how eloquent I was being. Basic information on how to investigate my stalkers. Man, I butchered that. That's hard to fucking... What I meant was leave them, like, bring a big poster, like, here's a map of the Troll Brigade Mafia. Richard and his officers, Lorraine Morris, Connie Taylor, Lou Stefano, Robert Smith, and... Well, that's it. That's a pyramid and troll connections. Like, here's what the police should have done 10 years ago. Oh, well, hold on. That's wrong. 10 years ago, it was just Richard. First Richard in 2015. Then a restraining order. Then first half of 2016, trying to get the police to enforce the restraining order. Then I shut down everything. Wait, hold on. The restraining order went into effect in November. I shut down everything in, like, February. And so no one could talk to me and no one could comment anywhere and all that. Made everything private and stopped my project, basically. And they made the Troll Brigade Mafia and continued on towards the latter half of the year when that happened. It was December when the threats happened of 2016. So, still a long time ago, though. Let me be very clear about the situation before you even came into it. I've been trying to get an investigation into my stalkers for so long that a series of 6 consecutive judges ruled in my favor at 5250 hearings, saying I was justified in making my threats. Hold on, I'm standing at the side angle. I'm fucking losing my... My threats were to gather up a pile of children, and I keep skipping around, but I'm not doing that intentionally. I swear I'm not fucking... And then I demonstrate they are not even calling from a blocked number by calling the number on my live stream and have the man admit to the serious threats on the phone with the operator and start covering the details that would make it inescapable. That is a confession. And that's when the 911 operator hung up too. But for real, that happened. This is the easiest investigation of police what I've ever had. You can really see. I start speaking faster. We have the phone numbers, names, and addresses of all the parties involved. No one blocked any of the information to begin with. In this set of messages, all out in the open. The 911 dispatch line is recorded, so we literally listening to the man say, yes, that was me, and I did that. This would have generated a record of his obvious criminal activity. They were severe threats, you'll see in a minute. And considering I had read out his phone number and gave his name and fucking admitted everything on the call, the police got nervous that it will be hard to shirk responsibility to investigate death threats against a faggot. So the 911 dispatcher officer hung up the phone call to make sure that the record was not generated. I'm standing there having just been told I was going to be burned alive and the police actively hiding the threats. So with that, I'll leave you with good advice. When you talk to the police about these issues, record your conversation. You have every right to, and you have no idea how important it could be. Also, please call frequently and repeatedly. Something must be done to get them to act. The police have enforced the restraining order I got in October of 2015. This is ridiculous. And by the way I typed this, well, I had a naked hooker in the bed back here. I'm not joking. I'm not joking at all. And they went and got a restraining order against me. And I couldn't get, that's the day that they held me up at the security checkpoint and wouldn't let me in the courthouse. And I just, like, and I forgot to give you the context of what this is. This is Marina West, Village West Marina. And this is the marina where the other boat that I had brought here and put a down payment on and everything is. If this dude hadn't have fucked me, I could have got that other nicer boat and that other slip, which actually isn't as nice of a slip, but it's in a nicer area. And like everything would have been fine. I would have had the bigger boat. And this one, I had enough money at that point to put the boat down. It was going to be $16,000 total. I gave him $5,000, and I've lost that $5,000 too. I should look up the law on that. But. And then the cashier's check was for $11,000 that we were going to change hands, and it never changed hands here because the people wouldn't let him dock the boat here because he had to bring the boat to me, and it was going to stay in his name for a while. I was going to sign paper with him saying I'd pay him the remainder, and and then I went to jail and had to bail out, and that's what I told the fucking bail bonds. I'm like, hey, look at this video. I got money. And it worked. And I told them, sure enough, they let me out. When I used my credit cards to put money down over the phone in the jailhouse with them. And I paid like $2,000 like that. And then the very next day, I went cashed in the 11 check. I put like 4 in the bank, and then I took 8 or 9. I think 8. No, hold on. From the bank, it was $11,007. I took $7,000 down to the bail bonds, and I owed them still like $6,000 something, and I paid off every penny I owed them. So no payment plan, something like that. Just even paid the full bail, and then I paid off the credit cards with the money I put in the bank and nuked all of them, which is why my credit just took a huge fucking hit. Because I paid them all off, and I actually did that again and maximum paid them off when I repaired the truck. And then I only owed them like $6,000 something left, and it came down to me having after I paid the whole bail bonds, when I had like $900 something, and I bought some other, I had like $1,200 something left on me, and I bought some stuff, and I had like $900 or $1,000, and that's the night I got robbed, because I went by to see my hooker, and got talking to her tranny campmates, and doing the makeup thing, and I got robbed. But anyway, long story, the boat would have been, if these people had not have fucked me, and the reason I'm saying all this shit, look at this. I filled out an application. Never met him. Never been there in my life. Never met him. And then his reply, we're unable to accept your request for a slip. And this was the only thing it ever heard. Here's the only thing it ever heard from me at that point. Okay, here's the application. I currently have a 35.5 Welcome Saint Tropez. I might buy the one your client is selling. The dude has a slip there, and I could wait for liveaboards sometime. I have multiple projects going and travel some. I would appreciate the opportunity to have a longer conversation with you about the details. My situation is confusing, but I already asked about having 2 slips. If that works out, I could spend 6 days a week there. There is no issue. I can cope. I'm supposed to be doing excursions for content. Work to me. I have a dual sport bike I travel on, a quad truck, and I go play on an SUV RV setup. Also, your client needs to sell their boat. I'm a disabled victim trying to survive. Don't let my current position of opulence give you the wrong impression. I got my disability back pay and was shrewd and invested in crypto and sat on it. I'm extremely frugal from a lifetime of poverty, and quite well resourceful. I have made it count. And then I sent in the email, and I got a quick. He told me, I wouldn't get a response for a week, and it came the next day. And see, this is January 2nd too. Remember, the deadline to get out of here was December 31st, and like, just the way that worked out. I got someone here I had the girl over to film and keep me from dying and shit like that. But this is. I immediately was working on, I was looking, during that time period, I fucking was on my shit. Like I looked at every marina around here, but then my stalkers, you have a specific reason for the rejection. My stalkers told me they called ahead of me and caused problems. Surely you're not goal enough to be treated by negative people infinitely, are you? And he says that he hasn't called out to Marina, but I've got them. Oh, and he says here he talks to Chris. And discusses swatting. They called all of them. And by the way, one of them relented. One of them is now being friendly with me, but they still won't do business with me. I'll show you on the map where these are. The one that relented actually could be the best. Oh, let's do that. Let's do public pressure on them. Fuck, I need to do a whole separate video on this. It's this one over here. Or, wait. River Point Landing Marina and Resort. This one here. This is the one that was mean to me at first because they got told to be. But them relented. And the dude who did the Bimini Top has a boat repair shop over here. I thought it was on the river here. No, it's on this one. It is this one. And they have, it's also the closest to me. We are down here in Stockton. So this is right up the water. And if they would let me there. This is the nice part of town. This is the rich white area right here. This is the south dangerous part of town. Good area, bad area. So I would love to live there. It's better than here. But he at first was real gruff with me and blah, 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 blah. And I didn't do anything disrespectful at first. And then later he softened up and was like, okay, I understand you went through a hard time, but hey, I just don't want to put us at the risk and stuff. I need to go talk to him in person. I'm taking him out to dinner or something. But it worked on him. Like, he's like, yeah, look, I don't have to be mean to you about it. I don't have to fucking... There was another conversation with the other dude up there, too. But these are people I've never met. That only are going off third-party information, and we all know what they say. This is the Village West one up here. By the way, when he got the boat, he brought it all the way around here down to here. And yeah, the battery died here if Chris gets to this part. The battery did die here. That's because he left the blowers on in the engine compartment. He's not familiar with having it not on shore power. I would learn how to fit. I'll learn how to operate things well. And he actually kind of lied to me about something too. He told me that the remote control anchor on the front worked and was fine, and then he admitted he didn't even know the remote was and hadn't checked it recently when I got there in person. So, because that was another thing, I can moor it in the open water, it runs fine. The batteries were low from lack of use, so when he left the blower on and stuff here at the dock, it drained the batteries and was not big enough to kick over the big V8 engine. He needs a certain amount of charge, so we just got a new battery from the AutoZone, plugged it in, boom, started right up, no problem. But the engines ran flawlessly, and I saw them run 2 times. When my mechanic inspected it, I had a professional mechanic go out there and crawl under the boat and get in the engine compartment, check every little thing, and gave me the thumbs up on it. It was a great fucking boat. And I could have just stayed at either one of these places, but this one says, because of what he's heard about me from the stalkers and shit, he won't do business with me. And this one got a fucking restraining order on me without me ever being there, without me ever having anything to do with them. And that applies to all of the marinas. Like, if you just search marina here, I checked out all of these, all of them. They fucked me off, dude. They made sure I had no place I could take, because I tried my best when I had all the money, and then the bail fucked most of the money off, and the $5,000 I lost down on the boat. I was just thinking right now I should look up and see whether it's legal. Yeah, all right. Well, I'm gonna get this uploading, but the email makes a good point in the timing. If we look at the timings on these, we can see December 31st. That was the reply. I was looking January 2nd. I was trying to get another slip when Chris gave me the deadline over here. I tried my best. It couldn't be done, and it's mostly because of Chris running his mouth. I didn't do anything wrong. For anyone just seeing part of this thing, I got swatted. I didn't do anything wrong here. Nothing wrong. I got swatted. Oh, I'm starting to rage. Thinking about all this shit, bringing up my father and the stalkers, and oh boy, the rage is coming. I need to smoke a bunch of weed right now. Beating on myself is on the table today, so that's been happening. It's not as, I don't want to jinx it. I'm a little better right now than I was like circa 2015, right after I lost the dog. Like, when I was in jail, the shoulder broke. Living life alone sucks.